Hey, welcome back everybody. So cutting wood on a homestead or any property that requires wood burning heat is almost a daily job that you need to do. And what I'm going to do today is take you through the way I do the wood here and the tools that we utilize to get the process started and going and keep it efficient. So if you saw that I just came up with a load of or two with wood in the UTV. It's just some wood that we picked up from behind the shed that the previous owner kept there and stored for us just in case we want to utilize it or that we run out of wood. Being that it's a beautiful day today, I figured, you know what, let's go outside, cut up this wood because come the spring and fall, we're going to also go out and chop down other trees, and I don't want to be mixing the old trees with the new trees. You just want to give wood proper time to dry out and cure before you use it. So I figured that this has been sitting outside for probably a year at least, if not two. Might as well chop it up, put it up in here, and then when I do go out to fall some trees, that I have a separate area for them, and then I give them time to dry out and cure themselves. It gives you a better burn. If you cut down a tree and you try and burn it right away, you're gonna get a really slow burn. Even if you cut down dead trees, that's what we do around here. We just go find a dead pine. I know pine isn't the best wood to use for firewood, but because we have such an abundance around here, it seems like the going trend. And so we just use pine, and we just take down the pine that we see that are dead and utilize that. Yes, we got to clean the chimneys out a little bit every so often. More than you would with any other better wood, but it's one of those things that you have to live with. So one of the things we use around here is, of course, a wood splitter, and we run that back to the diesel generator. You probably know that we have two different generators. Being that this is such a huge load on any generator that you use, diesel generators give you a better torque and a cleaner energy. And so if you guys are out there trying to use a wood splitter, don't try and buy a gas wood splitter, or a gas generator, or a one that isn't powerful enough. I would recommend you getting something that produces probably at least 5,000 watts and can take in that inrush current when the motor kicks in, because right now it does have, this one that I'm using by Yardworks has a 1.5 horsepower motor on there, and so you can just imagine the draw that it will put on your generator. So I do utilize the diesel generator for that, and also at the same time it's better on fuel. And if I'm trying to run any other tools at the same time, I know that generator can keep up with the demand. Now, one thing that's important when cutting wood or splitting wood or anything like that is safety equipment. And one that I recommend is safety glasses or glasses of any sort. You just never know where the dust is going to fly. A wood piece might fly out and catch you in the eyes. And another one that I find is very important is steel toe boots. You never know, like some of these logs here, like for instance this one right here, it's got some weight to it, so it's probably got about 45-50 pounds to it, and the last thing you want is that thing rolling off the table and hitting you in the toes. You might be going around limping for the week with a swollen toe. So steel toe boots is important, and gloves I also find that help with splinters, but I can't preach on that one too much. I'm known not to wear my gloves, and being that my hands got enough calluses on them as it is, it doesn't seem to bother me if I do get a splinter anyways. So I'm going to take you through just on how I do this. And by the way, I'm also going to be doing some kindling today. So for you that don't know what kindling is, it's just smaller pieces of wood that you use to build a fire. Being that it's been warmer the past couple days, we've been letting the fires die out overnight and then having to utilize a bunch of kindling to get the fire started in the morning. And another thing we're going to be doing is cutting the wood today just for this wood shed. So being that we have 2 wood stoves in the house, the upper one uses smaller pieces and isn't as efficient as the one downstairs that uses bigger pieces, just because the wood stove that we have downstairs recycles the smoke, and when it recycles the smoke, it burns the wood a lot slower. And like, I could let that one downstairs go probably for about 8 hours before I need to reload it, where the one upstairs you're looking about 3-4 hours depending on how hot you want to keep it. And the wood just goes a lot quicker. So we do cut the wood in here a lot smaller than we do cut the pieces that are in the next wood building, which I'll show you later down the road. But let's get this generator fired up and start splitting some wood and go from there. So these are about the size of pieces that we use for the upstairs fireplace. I don't like how wide this is because it takes up too much surface area, and because of a small firebox, it really eats up the space and takes the heat away from the burn. So what I like to do also is cut these in half. They are a little small then, but you know, I'd rather the fire be moving and staying hot than me trying to just heat up a piece like that. There, see, these are perfect. So for the downstairs one, I like to use something that was the original size of this, or 2 of. So something even like this would be suffice for the basement fireplace. However, today I'm not doing that one, so I'm going to cut this one up as well. Alright, so just as I was doing this, I was thinking a couple other reasons it's nice to use a wood splitter as opposed to an axe. because I know a lot of guys are going to be out there saying, why don't you just do an axe with it, or chopping up the wood instead of using a generator and a wood splitter. It's the easy way out. And I agree, it is the easy way out, but the efficiency of this thing, that I can cut it multiple ways, is worth it. And the biggest one is, some of this wood here is very knotty. It has knots like no matter what way you spin it. So if I was to hit it with an axe, I'd be swinging at it probably, you know, 5-6 times before Roxy. Hey, Roxy. Like I was saying, I'd be swinging at it about 5-6 times before I get through, and then I'd have to spin it the other way and do it again. So instead of dealing with all that nonsense, you know, I just used a wood splitter, and you know, in the matter of, what was this, half hour real time, 10 seconds in the video, I have all this wood chopped up, and we're good to go. So now I'm going to go shut the generator off first, and then I'm going to go inside there. Roxy, are you okay? Are you okay? Like I said, I'm going to go shut the generator off. I'll take you guys inside the wood shed and kind of show you how I'm setting all that up. Anyways, you keep listening to her. I'm going to go head out and shut the generator off. Alright, so I've finished bringing in all the wood that I just cut up outside. Kind of stack some here, because on this side here I had some older wood, and I don't want to mix up the old with the new, so I put it in behind me, and all the new stuff I just cut up here I started stacking along this wall. What I'm going to do is fill it right up to the top here, and if you look at this one here, I have what is this, 4 deep. That's kind of what I'm going to be doing on this side, 4 deep, probably 7 feet tall. And once all the snow melts, I'm going to be taking all this wood, putting it into the basement now that it's all cured, and filling this open space up with fresh wood that I'm going to cut up in the near future. That way all the stuff out here has some time to dry out, and next winter I won't have to come outside to pick up the wood. It's all going to be inside. And same goes with the other wood shed for the basement stove. That stuff's all going to go into the basement, and then I'm going to put in fresh wood in there. So I got 2 wood sheds to fill up, and I'll probably toss in extras just in the back, because you never know what might happen. So that being said, this is a almost like a daily thing, a weekly thing. I wouldn't say so much in the winter. On that note, if anybody feels like they're bored sitting at home or whatever, there's lots of wood to chop up here. I pay with words of motivation, high fives, and I'll give you a bed to sleep on as well, just for coming out here. So lots of motivation in coming out here and giving me some free labor. But I'd like to just thank everyone for tuning in. I have some kindling to make up here, and I don't think you guys want to watch that. Anyways, smash the subscribe button if you're new here. Hit the thumbs up if you're a subscriber, just to help with the algorithm, and so that we can get more views going on here. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comment section, and either myself or Kimberly will get back to you on that. On that note, I think I got some cleaning up to do. So, till next time.